What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're back at it with even more Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and today we're going to be checking out the A-18 Super Hornet that was just released by Asobo the other week for the Game of the Year edition or whatever. I don't understand that stuff, but it was given to us in an update. We have the plane now. We're going to be taking a look at it. Alright, so before we depart, let's pull a little nav map up, and I want to show you guys exactly what we're going to be doing. So first of all, we're at NAS Lemoore, which is outside of Fresno, California. It's a big F-18 base. We're flying for VFA, I think this is 137 Kestrels. It's actually based out of Lemoore. This is the CAG bird, so this is a high visibility CAG bird. And on little nav map, this is basically what we're going to be doing. We're going to fly out of Lemoore. We're going to do the Lemoore 1 departure. We're going to head to Eosin and then Cita. We have to cross Cita at 15,000 feet or above. Then we're going to head direct to Romoff. That is one of the entry points for our 2508, the Edwards Complex, the restricted area. So we'll fly direct to Romoff, and then we're going to fly the Sidewinder low level. I think it's a really good kind of way to test the plane out and put it through its paces. And let's face it, that's like where the F-18 shines, is down low in the weeds, moving mud and hauling butt. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll pick up entry point A down here at Lake Isabella. We have to stay 3,000 feet AGL until about 3 miles north of the airport here, the Kern Valley Airport. Then we'll head direct to point B, point Charlie, and then we'll take the Sidewinder transition over to Point Juliet. This is through Star Wars Canyon. And then we'll go to Kilo, Lima, and we'll exit at Mike. We'll fly back to Romoff to exit the area. And then we'll do the high tack-in approach into Lemoore. We'll fly direct to Hawk. We'll cross it between 15 and 22,000 feet. And we'll basically make our approach. We'll probably do an overhead or something like that going in to test that out as well. So should be a lot of fun. Of course, the Sidewinder, I don't know if they've changed the SOP for the Jedi transition. You know, unfortunately an F-18 crashed there a year or two ago, maybe, something like that. And from that point on, they restricted the airplanes to like 1,000 or 1,500 feet above the canyon, so they couldn't get down inside the canyon like they used to. So I don't know if that's changed or if that's still the case, but we're flying the old SOP, so we're going to go through the canyon if the plane flies all right and we can pull it off. So anyway, let's go ahead and we'll pull this back down and get going. All right, so here we are in the plane, in the FA-18E/F. I think the F model has the 2 seats, right? This is a single seat, so this would be the E model. We're in the cockpit. Not a bad looking cockpit, honestly, though there is a ton of stuff in this that doesn't work, and that's to no surprise. Like, I didn't expect this stuff to work. It's not a high fidelity aircraft. It's just something you can get up in and fly around a little bit. All right, let's knock the brakes off and get rolling. What I do hope is, like, this plane is a good blank canvas for someone to come along like the fly-by-wire mod and really make it shine. That's what I'm hoping. I am excited about the F-18. I've really wanted the F-18 in the sim for a long time. I honestly wanted it over the F-15. I feel like when it comes to low-level flying, doing that kind of stuff, this is like where it really shines. Like, this is where it's at, the F-18. Now, there's no slight upon the F-15, right? That's a fine airplane as well too. It's a lot of fun. It's a good one to have, but the F-18 is one that I really wanted. All right, so we're lined up, we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and we'll do I can't talk. We'll do military power takeoff because unfortunately we don't have burner. We'll talk about that in just a second. There we go. All right, let's get up. Gear up. She is a little squirrely on the controls at low speed. I'll be honest with you guys. She is. She does have auto flaps. We don't have to worry about that. That's one of the things. All right, let's come out of power. We'll do 300 knots. I've heard a lot of people complain about the flaps. Well, that's true to life. The plane has it has auto flaps, so you don't have to worry about that when it's in auto. All right, let's go ahead and turn out. I'm using a little nav map. I'm not sure how you get the nav info up on the displays yet. I'll have to look at that and figure that out. So we're going to head direct to Eosin and then do our departure. Yeah, I don't see a way to pull the nav info up. I don't have a steer point queue on the HUD, which really kind of sucks. That may very well be me. That may be just me not being familiar with the plane. I'm not sure, but it would be nice to have that stuff. Now, as far as afterburner, the plane does have afterburner, but you have to assign a key binding to it, which is like absolutely ridiculous to me. You know, every other plane that I've flown, you know, it's in the throttle. You go full throttle, max power, you go into burner. But for whatever reason, they set this plane up with a key binding for burner. It's unassigned at the moment. I haven't assigned it. I'm probably not right now. You know, the thing to me, like this kind of flying, you don't use burner a whole heck of a lot. I mean, you would like in simulated dogfighting or stuff like that, but just like you know, flying a low level or something like that, you wouldn't hardly use burner. So that part is that kind of left me scratching my head a little bit. Like I don't understand why they did that, but it is what it is. So anyway, the plane, I took it out yesterday and flew it around. It's okay. You can get from point A to point B on it. It does have some odd characteristics to it, some things that I don't understand. To me, you know, all right, this is the hard part about it. I haven't flown. Wow, that cloud layer just popped in all of a sudden. That's weird. It looks like fog. I haven't flown a high fidelity F-18. I haven't flown the one in DCS. I haven't flown a simulated F-18 in years and years and years. So I don't really have anything to go by other than like what I have flown in DCS and what I have flown in this sim as far as the F-15. The plane does feel really light on the controls at low speeds. Like it doesn't seem as bad at higher speeds. You see she's a little twitchy there, but I think that's because of my joystick. She feels really light on the controls. She doesn't seem like she bleeds speed off a lot in hard turns and stuff like that. So, you know, hopefully that's all stuff that can be adjusted. It is doable. The plane does. I mean, you know, you can get the plane from point A to point B. It's not horrible to fly. I mean, I'm not saying that, but it feels like it needs some. A little love, but you know, who knows? Someone could come back and say, hey, you know, that actually flies, that's the way it flies. I don't know. I don't have a comparison. You know, just even if I have flown a high fidelity, the DCS F-18 doesn't necessarily mean that that's great, because you see people like CW Lemoyne and Gonky fly the DCS F-18 and they say that it's not accurate. It's not accurate to them. So you know, there's various reasons for that. The interface between the pilot and the plane, maybe the flight characteristics are a little bit off, but you know, just because it's a high fidelity airplane doesn't really make it like the greatest thing ever. So this plane just does feel odd to me on the controls. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous bird though, right? Like, it looks amazing. This scheme is off flightsim.to. There's actually several that are just now popping up, several nice schemes. This is one of them. I think I saw at least 2 schemes for NAS Lemoore on flightsim.to, so those would be good ones to grab if you guys want to fly these planes. Lemoore is a good place to fly out of as well. There's a lot of stuff to do around there as far as flying the F-18. All right, just hit roam off. Now we're going to turn back to the south, and we're going to circle around so we can pick up the entry to the north and lose a little altitude as well. Like, we got to get down some. You get down to about 10,000 feet. We're supposed to be 3,000 AGL from A to just north of the current airport, but unfortunately we don't have a radar altimeter on this plane as well. So that's kind of unfortunate. We really need a radar altimeter. If you're wanting to fly down low in the weeds, you need that. you that big time. So we're just going to have to kind of wing it a little bit and probably be really conservative on this flight as well too, since we're kind of testing the plane out. There we go, very nice, looking good. It's not a bad airplane. It's not a bad airplane for being free. I mean, really, it's not. You can do things in it. You can do stuff in it. It flies. I'm not one to ever be too picky about this stuff, really. You know, the whole high fidelity aircraft debate to me is like they're nice, but it's not something I have to necessarily have. All I need is a good flying airplane, good navigation. And, you know, I'm good. I'm happy. I don't have to have a lot of that other stuff. And she's definitely there. It's a good blank canvas. I think with a little tweaking and a little work, I think this will be an awesome airplane. At least I hope so. I hope someone grabs this that knows what they're doing and really kind of helps tweak this aircraft. All right, there we go. We're established on the route now. We'll look for the airport. Should be right over there in that valley. Now, there are actually several videos, or I can think of at least 2 on YouTube of F-18s doing this exact thing. And from what I can remember, they fly over this ridge line just ahead and then they descend down. That's the thing that's so great about the F-18. If you do searches for low-level flying on YouTube, you find tons and tons of F-18 videos. There's a few F-15Es, but it is nothing compared to the F-18. Like, there's tons of F-18 videos. Okay, let's pull speed back a little bit. Don't want to get too fast. I don't want to get in these canyons and then realize the plane doesn't turn that well. And we fly into the side of a mountain, so we're having to be kind of careful. All right, let's go ahead and descend her down. Really, really wish we had a radar altimeter for this plane. That would be amazing. All right, there we go. We're in the route. We got a few screenshots there. Makes me a little nervous flight testing a brand new airplane in this kind of flying environment. But like I said, we're not getting too crazy with it. We're just kind of getting a feel for how she flies, how she handles. Speed really bled off though. Wow. I didn't even realize that. I didn't realize she'd gotten that slow. Ooh, that glare. There we go. She's definitely tightened up on the controls now that the speed has come up. Yeah, she's all right. She's all right. It's doable. It's doable in this plane. It's all right. It's not like, it definitely needs some work, but I think a little tweaking to my liking, but it's hard to say. Like I said, someone could come back along and say, you know what, it flies exactly, wow, yeah, I'm yanking back on her as hard as I can, and it's not. It didn't want to turn, like that was it. That was all of it. So we have to come out of the canyon a little bit there. Okay, let's come up and regroup a little bit here. Yeah, I yanked back on the stick as far as it would go, and that was like all the turn she had. Like, she didn't have anything else, so that's kind of interesting. Really nice to be able to do this, though, after watching all the F-18 videos that I've seen them doing this exact thing. So it's kind of fun to be able to do that. Speed's kind of hard to manage, though. It's either it's all or nothing, like in this plane. It's either all or nothing. Like, you're either really slow or really fast. Okay, we'll top this ridge line here. We're coming into the Owens Valley in a bit here. Not this one, but the next one after that. Yeah, we know. Well, we know she's got a bitchin' Betty, so. You're already up to almost to 500 knots. Like, it's either all or nothing. It literally is. She does bleed off speed really fast too, as well. It's really kind of odd. She gains and bleeds really fast. All right, now we're going to drop down to Owens Valley here. All right, there we are, coming up on Steer Point Charlie here. Just a second. We'll get a little reprieve from the yanking and banking for a bit. All right, gonna be looking for California 190. Should be coming up straight ahead. That's the highway we need to kind of follow into Star Wars Canyon. We're gonna try it. It's always hard. If I haven't done it for a while, it's hard for me to pick up the run into Star Wars Canyon. We're already back really fast again. All right, should be California 190 coming up here. There we go. Yeah, speed is definitely one of the biggest things on this plane to manage. Like it's really have to work the throttle a lot to handle, to maintain the speed. Okay, coming back up on 190 right here. Get a Star Wars Canyon, we'll probably have to grab a screenshot. I mean, we've got to, right? So. All right, we'll come around the horn right here, and that should set us up for the canyon, at least I hope. There it is, right there. Okay, yeah, that works out pretty good then. That works out pretty good. We're going to be conservative on this, guys. I don't want to get her too crazy in this. Let's head towards Port Juliet now. We were the road, intersects the wash right here. You can kind of see how the train looks like a big wash. That's basically going to be it. Yeah, radar altimeter would be really super nice on this plane. Yeah, we definitely need that added in. And she loves to get fast, that is for sure. She really does. Like I said, it is very much all or nothing in this plane. It's like you add in some throttle, she runs away with you, you pull it out, and it bleeds it all off really quick. So that's kind of, it's interesting characteristic. I don't know if that's like true to life or not. I have no clue. All right, we're getting ready to go return to airport, so we need to climb up. We'll try to gauge like 1,500 feet. It should be 1,500 feet above within 3 nautical miles, so. Of course, there are no stores on the aircraft, no missiles, no bombs, not even any bags. I was really kind of surprised that we don't we didn't at least get drop tanks with this plane, because I think that's definitely something you need. Drop tanks. You know, the stores, I get it. It's not DCS. I think it's a little bit to the extreme. It would be nice to at least carry inert bombs or something like that. It would be wonderful if we could actually drop them, you know? I don't want this to be a DCS. Like, I've got DCS. I don't need it to be a DCS. But I think it would be cool to be able to do more within the confines of the civilian world. But that's going to take a lot of work and effort on their part to probably appease just a very small portion of their customer base. So I don't ever expect to see that to happen. It would be nice. It would be really nice. But yeah, don't get your hopes up. All right, there you go. There's Trona. I should have changed my track IR profile to my DCS profile. I think it would have done better. All right, coming up on steer point Kilo. She turns really nice. That's the one thing I've noticed. She doesn't feel like she has nearly as much spring in the controls as the F-15. The F-15's always felt really springy to me. Adjusting my sensitivity on the joystick helped out a lot, but it's still somewhat kind of springy. And what I mean by springy is like, it's not doing it at all. Like the nose will bounce if you give it a little input. It'll go up and then go back, snap back. It doesn't have that in this plane. So I do like that. It seems like it's a little bit more stable. All right, coming up on Lima, steer point Lima right here. Coming up on exit point Mike right now, and we'll come off. We'll just zoom climb up. We're inside the confines of R2508, so no problem with that. Of course, we're not going into burner. This is just military power. Like I said, I didn't keybind the burner, so we're doing without it. We'll be all right though. All right, we just hit Rome off. Let's head direct to Hawk. We'll cross Hawk at 15,000. That'll be the start of our high tack in into Lemoore. It's a beautiful day to fly, though. We don't necessarily need it. We're just going to do it for a little guidance and direction. Hawk's going to be 55 miles away, so not very far at all. And we just lost an engine. Nice. We just randomly lost an engine. I have no clue what that's about. We just lost an engine. We did. We just seriously lost an engine. I don't know why. It just happened. We've got fuel. We got 14% fuel. We're down with one engine. I heard it shut down. I have no clue how to start it back up. Like, yeah, I don't know. It looks like it sounds like it's coming back up, maybe. I hope so. I hit Control E. Maybe that'll do it. We need that engine back up. Now it's completely dead. It worries me. That I'm a little concerned.
Fuel low. Fuel low.
Uh-oh.
Fuel low. Fuel low. Fuel low.
Yeah, 9%.
Fuel low. Fuel low. Fuel low.
Yeah, the whole fuel state thing, that's disappointing. That's really disappointing.
Fuel low.
We're not going to be able to do much if that's all we can do. Now, I only left out at about 80%, so we could have maxed it at 100 and had a little more. I should have done that, but we may have to glide this thing back in, guys. We may have to. Can we make it? I don't know. I know. I'm very well aware about the fuel. I don't need you telling me every 2 seconds. And it rains, it pours. Like, when one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong. Wish I put that extra 20% fuel now. That would have been really nice to have. That would have been really nice to have. That looks like Lemoore straight ahead there. I think that's it. I think that's Lemoore, kind of at the edge of the clouds there. Yeah, I love what they did to the HUD. Oh, crap. Now we're getting into all kind of stuff. Damn. Alright, we're crossing Tular now. We're 20 out. I really hope the weather's okay because I don't know anything about ILS on this plane. I think at that point we'll just have to punch out. I really do. I think we're going to have to punch out. Hopefully the weather will be alright. It was good when we left. Like, if it wasn't foggy when we left, then I don't see it being foggy now. Like, I know it. I know fuel's low. We don't need that reminder. Yeah, not having drop tanks is honestly my biggest complaint out of this plane. Like, you're gonna be really limited on what you can do in this plane without drop tanks. Like, what we did is not, that's like not unreasonable at all. That whole flight we did was not unreasonable for an F-18. I know it, they do it all the time. Like, that wasn't unreasonable. So, definitely we need tanks. Maybe the plane does have tanks. I haven't seen anything about it, but yeah, tanks are really important. If I were to have any critique for this plane right now, we definitely need the tanks more than anything. Flight characteristics could probably be tightened up a little bit. You know, but it definitely needs the radar altimeter on it, but the drop tanks are like a really big deal as far as what you can do with this plane. Oh my god, this is like the longest approach ever, guys. Like, seriously, this is the longest one ever. It's like time standing still. Hurry up. Gonna start slowing down a little bit here. Auto flaps should be deploying. Yes, they are. You can see them coming down. Cool feature. So I don't think that's not a bug. That's the real plane does that. I think the F-15 has the same system, though. I don't think it's working right on the DC Designs F-15. Like, I haven't had it to do what it's supposed to. Like, your speeds have to get really extreme before they come up, and this one seems a lot more seamless. Yeah, I have no issue with the flaps. From what I can tell, they seem fine. Give me the speed up a little bit high. I think we could do like 130 on this. I want to keep it a little bit high though.
Fuel low. 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 Fuel low.
Nice, we made it. She's got a little crosswind though.
Fuel low.
There we go. We made it. Nice. What a huge sigh of relief, guys. That was like, that had me really worried. We came in with
Fuel low.
one engine, and let's see what our fuel state is at now.
Fuel low. Fuel
5% fuel. So yeah, we were
Fuel low.
really low. We were really low. Anyway, not a bad airplane. You know, I've gone over my thoughts on it, what she needs. I think with a little TLC, this would be an awesome airplane. I'm really looking forward to it. Go over to flightsim.to. Check out, you know, the various schemes. There's several different schemes available over there. I think when I looked last night, there was like 22 available. So there's quite a few for the U.S. and other countries. And you know, I want to thank everyone for all the love and support. We crossed 700 subs. We're on the road to 800. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like, subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts on the F-18. If any of you guys have flown the DCS F-18, let me know how it compares, because honestly, I have no idea. I don't know how they compare, so it'd be interesting to see. And with all that said, we will catch you guys in the air next time. Peace.